everyone. It is your new episode of Low on the Go. And today, I'm going through Madison Square Park to meet up with my friend, Cyrus Veyssi. They have an amazing TikTok. They really do it all. I was watching their videos on the way here, and I love when they do the pronunciation videos. How do you pronounce Cyrus Veyssi? And they go, it's not Cyrus, it's Lueve. Their sense of humor is the best. They're always seeking to challenge the gender binary, and they're always about inclusion.
Hello!
You're here!
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
So good to see you. I can't wait for today.
Are we doing Pilates?
We're gonna go to
Pilates?
we're gonna go to my happy place, Aloe Studios, and do a little Pilates.
I love that.
What do you say?
It's in my neighborhood.
Wait, that's what I was gonna say. It's the perfect location. I also just love this area.
Thanks for taking a walk with us today.
Me too.
We love to do the walking podcast.
I love getting my steps in with good people.
Me too.
You know what I
And
mean?
I'm focused on movement because it really helps my mental health. I know it's misty. My hair already sucks for everyone
No,
who's
it
watching
looks,
today's
we're gonna
episode.
slick it back for Pilates. It looks great. Trust me.
Sounds good.
No, but it's true. I think I started to do 30-minute walks every day
You did.
during the pandemic just to get my mind out. And I never
Yeah.
used to do walks, and it's life-changing.
It really is.
Yeah.
I think I started doing more walking during the pandemic also for the exact same
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
And I used to do super high intensity cardio
Me
exercise.
too, but the knees.
But I started to get panic attacks.
Okay, well, whatever. No, but listen, whatever works.
I know.
think that is my favorite thing about wellness is it's different for everyone. But I
Yeah,
really
it
do believe in the
absolutely
power
is.
of walks.
I believe in the power of walks too. Should we start ours?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Serious, your TikTok has exploded.
It's organized chaos, is what I like to say.
I keep seeing people come up to you.
Listen, I do it for the people. I think it's been the best way to connect, I think, with people who have my kind of energy. And if
Yeah.
you don't, just come and watch. Come and join the crazy party. I'm a Gemini, so we have a lot of energy.
Your content is so funny. I
you.
literally burst out laughing every time I watch you.
Thank you. It's a shout out to my dad. He actually is the funniest person I've met. I feel like I got his genes when it came to humor.
Truly, when it comes to comedians, I'm always just like, how do you guys come up with this stuff and come up with it so quickly?
Okay.
Just on the spot, it just flies out of the mouth.
But I always say when I have ideas, I will literally whip out my phone and film 20 videos.
Oh, so it's like your brain
It's
is
literally,
going.
and then because some days I'm just I'm not feeling it. I'm just not, do you know what I mean?
I understand. I love your TikTok though because it's comedy, it's beauty, it's empowerment, it's everything.
It's a little bit of everything.
It's a little bit of everything. And I mean, everybody just eats it up. You are a huge star.
Thank you so much.
I saw girlies coming up to you in the park.
Listen, I do it for the girls, the gays, and the theys. I mean,
know.
I started doing it because I think I had a lot to say, and I knew
Yeah.
that my story, as someone who's been underrepresented in media, I was like, let me just do it myself.
Yeah.
Because it was gonna take a second for me to, do the larger projects. And I was like, I can just whip out my phone and film videos and be silly and have control. That was such a new thing when TikTok was booming.
Honestly, that's what I love about the internet, is that it gives everybody the opportunity to own their story.
Yeah.
And it really democratizes media and content so
Exactly.
significantly. And it's
Perfect way to put it.
you are so funny and so brilliant. You are in
Thank
control
you.
of your own destiny.
Thank
and I'm
you.
sure that the opportunities that have come just from you picking up your phone are so significant and have changed your life trajectory in a very short period of time.
100%, and then also connected me to the people that
Look, they spotted you. Oop, we're getting
they
honked
did
at.
too. Also connected me, I think, to people that I never would have been able to be exposed to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many young people, I think, that don't find and haven't been able to find community.
Yeah.
And then they pick up this app, they may see my content and be like, okay, this person is like me, this person is silly. I didn't have that growing up. I think for me, it was difficult to find people that looked like me, that had similar experiences to me.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what you said about democratizing media, that is exactly what it's doing.
100%. I mean, even for me, I grew up on reality television and having social media, even back when I started my company, having the platform to be able to, where are we going?
Sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just having the platform to be able to reclaim my own narrative, tell my health story has been really empowering and helpful for me. Because I was worried that I was going to be stuck in this little box for the rest of my life.
controlling your narrative
Yeah.
when someone else has been doing it for you, no matter how large your platform is, I think is the most empowering tool.
I think
And I
so.
actually think leads a lot into mental health in the way that
Yeah.
we talk about it online.
I think so too, absolutely. And I also think everybody struggles. Nobody is exempt from struggling, regardless of
No.
your background, where you come from, and like what your life
100%.
experience is.
Girl, I always say confidence and also your mental health and your mental wellness, it's a muscle.
Yeah.
You have to work on it. It's not like, I think there's this fallacy that I wake up every day, take out my phone, I'm confident, I'm killing it. It's not that way.
No, it's not that way.
It's
at
not.
all.
If it could be, it would. But like truly for me, it's been, how do I find the exercises?
Yeah.
How do I find the ways to flex that muscle every day? And then some days it's just weak. Some days I just like bed rot, and that's okay too. That's part of
Yeah.
like the balance of wellness for
You
me.
have to decompress sometimes. I do too.
to,
I need
100%.
1 or 2 days a week where I just lay in my bed
no.
like this
I
and
literally
I watch Netflix.
I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, do not disturb. Okay, here's my one toxic trait. I always have my phone on do not disturb.
There's the gym.
There it is.
So
Oh, you're gonna love.
I'm
You're
taking
gonna
you on the
love.
most beautiful walk of New York City right now.
I'm like, that's literally where I go 2 days a week.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start coming.
I started going
hop
just
in.
because it's been such an amazing way for me to exercise. Because
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm not like gym. I just like doesn't work for me.
I think you're totally right though about the muscle thing. I talk to my fiance about this all the time.
Yeah.
Like we have to like use our muscles to fight better, to communicate better,
Oh yeah.
you know, to focus on happiness and calmness and peace every single day. It's not something that just happens, to your point.
No, and I think social media sometimes make it seem like it does, but it doesn't. And I think that's why I've been trying to find ways offline
Yeah.
to like root myself in wellness. And I'm so excited because we're literally here. But I've been going to Aloe 2 days a week, and it is
so nice.
It is. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
I love Pilates.
You're gonna clear your mind.
I'm very excited.
We're gonna look cute doing it.
I
So it's literally a
know.
2-in-1. And welcome.
Okay. Look at all the cute stuff they have. Is the gym here at the store?
The gym is literally here. You can go upstairs 2 flights.
After you, my darling.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, how's it going? How are you? Okay, so I usually try not to spend too much time down here because it would be like an hour and I'd be late for class. So, Lo, you know how I was telling you Pilates is really a mind-body workout?
Yes.
Sina is gonna take us
Hi,
through a flow, and I can't wait.
Amazing.
I'm
Perfect.
so excited.
Amazing. We're gonna start laying down, facing up. We're gonna start with a little core warm up. It's called a mid-back series, one of my favorite ways to start. I'm gonna hand you guys your straps right here. Grab these into your hands.
Okay.
Yeah, watch your hair. Perfect.
There we go.
And I got you. Strap this over
So I
here.
put my legs on the
Thank
bar and my legs
you.
up.
And I'll bring your legs up into tabletop. Perfect. We're just gonna keep those arms up toward the ceiling. Push a little bit of pressure into your arms so you feel the tension in those arms. Hold this here for a second. Keep your arms up. Yep. Now take one big inhale through your nose. On the exhale, extend one leg at a time over your foot bar. Extend your left leg. And then slowly control it back on the way in.
This is my first workout since my endometriosis surgery where they sliced through my abdominal muscles.
And you're here now.
And I'm here, and I was very
Yay.
nervous for today,
Yeah.
but I think I've healed enough to actually start doing some exercise again.
It's amazing.
Like I just did those
Incredible.
exercises, and it was like I was nervous, but it was
felt-
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Amazing.
the form was a sleigh. Excuse me.
I love that.
The form was a sleigh. And I always say, like,
Nice
for anybody who's starting a new workout, like especially Pilates, I always say just go with a friend. If you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
like if you're nervous about it, even if it's going to the gym, go with a friend, go with someone that you feel safe with.
Yeah.
That you
Support
can
system.
Yeah, support system. So no matter how like silly you look, even though you probably don't look that silly, it's all in your head. But we
Yeah.
get that. It's just, you know what I mean? It's easier to do it with a friend.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I agree.
This honestly has been like confidence building for me today, which like I needed
love
a
that.
dose of,
Yeah.
to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, I feel
So-
you. Me too, honestly.
I love it.
Because confidence is a muscle.
It is.
Confidence
It
is a
is.
muscle.
You
have to flex
That's what
your
I'm
muscle.
saying. It's
That's
a
the
it's a
theme of this
muscle.
I love
episode,
that.
is that you have to
You
work
have
your
to exercise
muscle.
it just
Yeah.
like you exercise your muscles. You got to
Yeah.
exercise your mind.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree.
Yeah.
I do prioritize the Pilates because again, more for my mental health.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how much it has helped with like things that are out of my control, just breathe through it. I have no choice. I have
You
to
have
hold
no
this. Cena's
choice.
gonna get mad if I don't hold it. It's just like,
hold that
I
leg up.
literally think of Cena in my head when I'm in traffic, and I'm like, I have no control over the situation.
I just have to breathe through.
I just have to breathe through, and that it's all temporary. It's all temporary. The exercise will end.
Yeah.
You should feel your back. And
good
the most
again.
important is though that you are consistent with
There you
it.
go.
Extend that left leg and then bend it halfway in. Keep it soft, bend your elbow. Yep.
Soft.
Keep it soft.
Cyrus, you have so much confidence. Where did you get all your confidence from?
I honestly would say my confidence came from like truly affirming myself every day. I know people don't believe in affirmations, and even at first, I was never really
do.
I do. And I was never a big journal person until I tried it. And I try and tell myself,
You're a journaler.
I was like, I just need to say one thing about myself, even if it's not in the mirror, because to me, I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I can't look at myself. Like, I'm already a Gemini, so there's two sides of me that I have to deal with every day. But I was like, at least once a day, be like, I am literally doing the best I can.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's time for everybody to forgive themselves. I'm
Yeah.
tired of people just like not, and listen, I think there's definitely a line between holding ourselves accountable and wanting to do more, but also just like realizing that sometimes just getting through the day is enough. My confidence is truly, I think, a factor of knowing that not every day is gonna be great. My dad told me, you're just not gonna win a gold medal every day. And if that's what you're looking for, it's never gonna happen. So I do
That's
think
a really
confidence,
good analogy, honestly.
I think confidence is compromise. That's what I think it is. I think it's just knowing that some days are better than others and that it's a practice.
Yeah, I think so
And some
too.
days I don't really have it.
And also, when you do have it, go for it.
Yeah,
You
like some
know?
days I'm not confident, and that's the thing. That's why I said I only film content on the days where I feel good.
Yeah.
But then I film enough so that the days where I wake up and I'm like, I really don't want to share anything about myself
want
today. I just post stuff that I filmed when I felt good. You know what I mean?
I love that.
I posted it when I felt good. I filmed it when I felt good. I think that is also key to understanding.
3, 2, last one. Bring it all the way in. Kneel down onto your carriage. Let's stretch it out.
We did it!
We did it.
Let's come actually onto your carriage. Let's come onto your carriage. We're going
Onto
to use
our
the foot bar.
carriage.
Oh, onto the carriage.
Onto that carriage.
Cyrus and I have, it's like we're in class and we have trouble listening to the teacher.
They have to separate us at some point. But Lo, like you did this. This is your first like movement in a while. It's huge.
I know!
It's awesome.
And I didn't really tell anyone ahead of time that this was my first workout or that I was nervous about it, but I really woke up today and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna try, but I'm very nervous.
And you did it. It's
did
over.
it.
It's
Yeah.
temporary. It's just temporary.
It is just temporary. I think what's nice about exercise too, and what I have to remember, is that it doesn't have to be an hour-long, high cardio, brutalist thing.
No.
You know?
Like,
And I think a lot of people are actually like reframing their relationship with exercise.
yeah.
As we see more Pilates, as we see more people walking and doing low impact stuff, and especially for a lot of women's bodies, like as we get older, like high impact like doesn't become that great for us.
Yeah.
For some people, at least for
agree.
me, gives me panic attacks.
If
You
I
know
can
what I
be
mean?
really transparent, I think that like the way a person's body looks is not always indicative of their health. I think about it with skincare.
Yeah.
Like a skin that has acne marks and a skin that has texture can still be very healthy skin.
Correct.
So the way that we see people is so like masked behind what's really going on that I think my goal is for people to see that healthiness is not a visual, it's a practice, and you don't always clock it. And I think that's why we just have to be more compassionate to the people around us, and it changes. Like it's different for different periods and different points, but it doesn't mean you're not healthy, doesn't mean you're not strong, just because you can't see it.
You're also like my therapist today.
Oh my
This is
God.
so nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's do
All right,
the
what's
hip
our-
opener stretch.
Yes, okay.
Okay. And we're gonna release our traumas when we open our hips.
Exactly.
Yeah, go at your own pace. Go at your...
Cyrus, what do you think is the funniest thing you've learned on TikTok? Not necessarily from creating content, watching content.
Bring your hand back
The
down.
funniest thing I've learned on TikTok, I genuinely think some of the funniest people in the world are in the comment section.
I think so.
They'll
I
never
agree.
they'll
Yeah.
never make a video. They'll never do something on camera,
Yeah.
but they are the funniest people in the world.
100%.
I agree.
And now press into your heels, straighten that front leg.
That's such a good observation.
Do you know what I mean? Like I just sometimes I'm like this is the world I want to live in.
I
Well,
agree.
the comment
really-
section is just, I mean, people run to the comment section on
Totally.
to get as much feedback and entertainment as the video itself.
What was it? There was some drag queens that were just talking about this, but one of the funniest memes I saw, I think I saw it on TikTok, was, and again, we can all make fun of ourselves. It was someone being an ally, this like straight bro, I think was being an ally, which is really funny, but he was doing it in a way that was very performative. So someone says, your allyship is not enough, transition, which is so silly and obviously like a
Transition to
joke.
really get there for the
But
community.
people,
And switch.
the way people come up with these comebacks, it's just so brilliant.
Reach your opposite arm up, left arm reaches up, and then bend it over to the
Lo,
side.
what's your favorite thing right now on TikTok? Or social media in general?
My relationship with TikTok is a little bit fraught
Okay, that's fair.
because I think with my background, people are like, I can't trust you. Like, you know, you were on TV, you're older, you have a company. So TikTok is a platform where I more observe and have a funny
Silently
relationship.
observe. I
more of a
see.
silent observer on
Okay,
TikTok.
okay.
Instagram is really more my platform.
I do think there's a lot
For a
more.
certain set of millennial women, Instagram is more of a platform. I'm honestly like scared of TikTok.
You know what it is too? I think it's like
Like
Gen
when I
Z's-
leave comments on people's videos on TikTok, people reply like, "What are you doing here, Ariana?" Or,
Oh,
"What's
I
the-
love-
what's
yeah,
the
Ariana,
reply?
what are you doing here?"
Ariana, what are you doing here?
But I
like,
kinda
I'm
lo-
just trying to be on TikTok too.
I kind of love
everybody.
that that's your presence though. It's very mystique and you're only there. Listen, I will say Gen Z speaks their mind. They're very
100%,
open.
yes.
But I think wherever you find community is the most important. Like I still do think I have people who've followed me before I was a creator on
Yeah.
Instagram, still following me and still commenting. And I love, I love, I
That's
don't,
fun.
yeah, I get to see that more on Instagram than I do on TikTok, which makes me feel really happy.
And let's bring it all the way in. Let's step to the side where you have your own little pocket. Let's do one more final stretch.
Okay.
Let's separate, wherever you find a little pocket of space, separate your feet nice and wide. Take one big inhale, reach your arms up. Big inhale, exhale, bring your chin to the chest, roll on down one vertebrae at a time, drop the head down, grab the opposite elbow, rock your upper body side to side. Let everything go. That back should hang heavy. Let all the worries go from the past days, the years, and then release your arms. And then slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time, super slow. Head is the last thing up. Give me one big shoulder roll to the back. One big shoulder roll to the front. And you guys, amazing job. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. I gotta give you a hug.
Thank you. No, truly, I appreciate it.
Thank you,
I'm
honey.
feel very good after this.
You did so good.
I'm so nervous. I was silently so nervous. I
Listen,
didn't
we're just
tell
gonna do it
anybody.
weekly and then just build that, not only the strength, but the confidence back.
Yeah, it's like my confidence is lacking. You know what I mean?
But you were
Something
incredible.
Some trauma happens to you and it like shakes you to your core.
You know, you can always tell like your form was so spot on that like that is maybe your body's way of just being like, let's start here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
totally.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, Cyrus. Now it's time for myth or truth, which I do with everyone every episode. I
can't wait.
So I just ask you a question and you tell me if it's myth or truth,
Okay.
and we chat about it for a little bit.
Fab.
Okay, so the first question that I have for you is how someone treats you is based on your actions.
See, I think that this is the reason why I think it's a myth is sometimes when we make mistakes as humans, I never think that if someone makes a mistake that they're worthy of anyone else's like violence. Like I think that we need to set those boundaries. But I also do think, oh gosh, this is a hard one because I do think also that the way you treat someone, whether it's kind or unkind, does in a way impact how someone treats you. But when it comes to like negativity, I think that there's a line there. Does that make sense? Like I'm like, it's a double-edged sword.
It's both myth and truth.
I think it's a little bit of both,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I think there is so much duality in the world,
Yeah.
and it applies here.
Yeah,
for
I think
sure.
this one is very nuanced.
Sometimes
for
you
sure.
have control, sometimes you have no control.
100%.
You know?
Just be kind. And if
Yeah.
you make mistakes, like just know that, you know, there's sometimes where people will make mistakes and then like I know people at work, for example, and their bosses start yelling at them.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but like it's not the end of the world and
Yeah.
we just don't need to yell at people all the time who
I
make
agree.
mistakes. Like I think that's when I put my foot down.
Yeah. I think about, like, with this question, I think about the comment section, honestly, and
Oh,
how
absolutely.
somebody
Okay,
can come
yeah.
in with a comment that is, like, so out of left field, not
Yeah.
about anything that your video was about, and just like, whatever. And, you know, I think about it, like, in that way from time to time.
And it's just unfair.
Yeah.
You know what?
What happened to you today?
I know.
To
I know.
choose violence on
I
the
know.
internet against a total stranger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with nuanced for this one.
Okay.
It's duality.
I like that. Okay, my next myth or truth question is you should never joke about trauma. Asking my comedian.
You should never joke about trauma unless you find empowerment from your own trauma through it. So I would never make fun of anyone else's trauma. I would never make fun of anyone else. But girl, I make fun of myself all the time. I think laughter and comedy and that lightheartedness is the way that you can heal. But I
Yeah.
do think the line for me is I just keep it about myself.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I think one of the things that I always think about is people talk about pronouns and how difficult they are. And so like, you know, I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, I mean, if you forget my pronouns, it's really easy. It's they wish. They wish they could be with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like they/wish or they/never could. Like I have fun with my own sort of, and again, coming out as non-binary was not easy. I have a lot of trauma through it.
Yeah.
But like I can make myself laugh
Yeah.
when I empower myself through it. I just wouldn't do it to someone else, especially if someone's gone through a trauma that I don't know about or that like I'm not privy to. I try and that's for me where the comedy gate closes personally.
Well, I think you're a good person.
Thank you.
And most good people feel that way about other humans' experiences
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how they handle other people's experiences,
Yeah.
whether they're privy to them or not.
Yeah. But
Right.
I do like to laugh at myself.
I like to laugh myself too.
That's where I would, yeah. That's
Okay.
what
My last question.
I'm saying. Okay.
Non-binary means having no gender at all.
This is a myth.
It's a myth.
I think it's a myth. Let me tell you why. I think being non-binary, basically for those who might not understand what that means, being non-binary, identifying as non-binary means that your gender is not labeled in that, like I'm a male, I grew up as a male, like that's my sex. My gender is sort of everything that comes after, right? It's like, I don't like go and spit and play golf. I don't know, like these manly things, like I don't, but no, in a more,
man
Classic
things.
but in a more serious way, I think like I am both sort of on either sides in the spectrum of manhood and womanhood. I
Yeah.
love to play dress up. I love to be feminine. I love to be masculine. I grow my facial hair out. All these things that we think of as masculine and feminine. I think being non-binary has just given me, or identifying as non-binary has given me the freedom to explore them. I never really expect other people to understand. And honestly, for me, it's beyond people respecting my pronouns. I hope they would, but like I use all pronouns.
Yeah.
And like it's about me.
Yeah.
I think my sexuality and coming out as queer was very political and very public, but people don't know that like when I came out as non-binary, it's like I found peace that day.
Yeah.
And however you see me is how you see me, and that's not my problem. And usually if it is, I send an invoice for it. You know what I mean?
I do.
I'm not doing that work for free anymore.
100%. What I really, really like about you and your message is that you allow yourself to see the world through many different points of view and understand many different points of view. And that complexity and your understanding and acceptance of complexity comes through.
Thank you.
And I try to view the world through the same
I still was gonna
lens,
say,
that there's many different points of view and like that's okay and everyone
Yeah.
has their own experience. And that you can have many experiences that contradict each other and still that's okay.
Yeah, many things can be true at once.
Correct.
And I do think that, like, for me, I always say my DMs are open and I have many people who follow me. And, you know, sometimes it's people who don't always, like, agree with what I believe.
Yeah.
But I always think that if they come to my page willing to learn and wanting to hear, then we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I really helped open up a lot of people's eyes, not by trying to force them to it, being like, if you're curious, this is what I think.
Sure.
I
If you
think
want to
that-
chat, we can chat.
What happened to just chatting?
Yeah.
What happened? I think the divisiveness has pushed us away so much. And I think something that people forget is that a lot of the times people see queer and trans people in vulnerable situations, in vulnerable positions online. They don't think we have a sense of humor, but we do. And I think that's what I'm trying to push, is that like we're funny and we have perspectives,
My
and
God,
you don't
you're
know what's
funny.
into us. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm the funniest people. I'm like, have you met a drag queen? I'm like, it's not that serious. Like, I think that's how we're gonna bridge the gap and help people understand things from, like you said, many different points of view.
I think so too. Thank you for today.
Thank
I loved
you
our
for
walk.
I loved our walk.
You really helped me get over my like emotional turmoil I was
highlight of my
experiencing
week.
with working out again
I'm glad to
and
hear that.
feeling so much discomfort in my body and
I'm
like
so happy to
trying
hear
to rebuild my confidence. So thank you.
You're welcome, and we're gonna do it until you start to really feel amazing.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on this episode of Low on the Go. New episodes drop every other Wednesday, so be sure to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening or watching so that you don't miss out. And if this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend, relative, coworker, or anyone looking to prioritize wellness. I am so grateful to have you here, and I'll see you next time. Take care.